Hello, thanks for watching this video. This is Spring. I'm the Senior Solution Architect of Vinchin. So for this video, I'm going to introduce you our product, Vinchin Backup and Recovery. Firstly, I will give you a presentation to introduce some core function of our product. After that, I will give you a live demonstration to help you better understand how it works. And before we start, just let me briefly introduce our company. Vinchin was founded in 2015. Our headquarters is in Chengdu, China, the hometown city of Giant Panda, also the Chinese national software industry base. We also have some branch office in other cities such as Beijing, Shenzhen, and so on. So in the field of backup and recovery, Vinchin is the very first virtual machine backup vendor in China. All the technologies regarding data protection are self-developed by ourselves. So we've gained complete intellectual property rights. Also, we won the first patent for instance recovery technology in China. We are not like technical partner with the VMware, Citrix, Red Hat, but also partner with other mainstream virtualization vendors across China and globe. Until today, Vinchin products have more than 30,000 users, and our end clients has been across more than 100 countries, which involves various fields like financial, education, government, and energy, and so on. So this is the whole solution of our product. Vinchin Backup and Recovery is a unified backup solution for both virtual and physical environments. For virtual environments, it supports up to 15 mainstream virtual platforms for image-based agentless backup, including VMware, Hyper-V, OpenStack, Citrix, and so on. For physical backup, it supports application-consistent backup of database, server operating system, unstructured data on the physical file server and NAS device. In the meantime, you can also do backup copy and cloud archive for disaster recovery demand. And all the operation just can be done in a unified graphic web console. It's very easy to operate. Vinchin Backup and Recovery is also applicable for a wide range of scenarios. Like for SMB, we just recommend to deploy Vinchin as a virtual machine. For large enterprise or the cloud service provider, we also have the multi-node deployments to scale out the backup infrastructure to support backing up PB level data size environments. And next, I'm going to introduce you some core features. First is agentless VM backup. The agentless, which means you don't need to install any backup agents on each VM. It's very simple to deploy, and you can save manpower, especially when there are large number of VM you need to backup. You can run full backup or combine the full backup or combine the full backup with the incremental or differential as your requirements. And also you can run backup job through LAN or through SAN. For the incremental backup, the CBT and SpeedKit technology can be used to speed the process. To save the backup storage, we also have the deduplication compression to largely reduce the backup data size. For VM restore, we support full VM restore, granular restore, instance restore, and V2V migration. The next important feature is instance restore. This feature is used for some emergency situation, like your critical business VM is down. Then you can use this feature to resume business as soon as possible. Normally, the RTO will be less than 1 minute. And how does it work? Maybe I can show you in a demonstration later. The next important feature I'm going to talk about is agentless V2V migration. This feature enables Vinchin users to migrate VMs among 15 different virtualization supports by Vinchin. So the V2V migration is very helpful for those virtualization users who want to migrate their production system from one platform to another. and also helpful for those hybrid virtualization environments to guarantee their business continuity across different virtual platforms. For physical server backup, we support application consistent backup. As for physical server restore, you can choose to restore specific partition or entire operating system to original server or to a new server. The entire operating system restore. This is actually a bare metal restore, so Vinchin also will provide a physical bootable media for the restoration. Next, database backup. We support application consistent backup, and we support 6 database, which list here. One more important feature for database is the log backup. With the log backup, you can to perform point-in-time restore when you need it. Next, file backup. We support data consistency backup for both file server and NAS device. And you can restore from file server to a NAS device or from NAS device to a file server. You can do in a mutual way. But traditional data protection, a data backup solution for file normally are very inefficient because of the fast-growing incremental data, which is hard to detect and also will occupy excessive storage resource. So in order to resolve the efficiency problem, here's Vinchin's solution. We developed a faster file scan algorithm for files. The scan speed could be thousands of files per second, and the scanned files will be saved in a file transfer cache, then ready for a higher efficient transmission. As for the small-sized files, it will first merge into a bigger data block, then transfer the data block to Vinchin for the backup. And both the file scan and data transmission process are multi-threading enabled. This will improve a lot of efficiency. And next is some main security feature. We provide 3-level security for your backup data. First is backup data encryption. When it's enabled, the backup data will be encrypted and then written into the backup storage. A password can be used to secure the backup. Second is the transmission encryption to secure the transmission process. And another important security feature is storage protection. It can protect your backup data against the ransomware and other malwares. With the storage protection enabled, even the root user of Vinchin cannot delete any data from the command line interface, so it can also prevent the backup data from accidental or malicious deletion. Okay, I think that's just all for the presentation parts. And next, let's go to the system. And now you see this is a Vinchin system. Vinchin software is based on CentOS Linux system, and our software is provided as an ISO file, which including both CentOS Linux system, also Vinchin software package. And you can install Vinchin either on physical server or install as a virtual machine. After the installation, you can just log in into the system from the web console. And the right side is the home page. Left side is the function module. Here, monitor center, you can check some details. Also, you can get some reports. And the most important 3 parts is the VM backup, physical backup, and NAS backup. I can introduce you one by one later. Here, the backup verification. This is used for VMware to verify the backup data of VMware can be recoverable. The resources is just where to manage all the resource we add on Vinchin, and some basic system settings. And we can start from the VM backup. Before we do the VM backup, there are 2 things we need to do. First is to add a virtual platform, which platform we wish to protect. And just type in the IP address and credential, then you will add this platform on Vinchin. Second thing we need to do is add storage to store the backup data. And after those two things finished, then we can start to do the VM backup. For taking the backup job, there are totally 4 visas. First, choose a backup source. You can use the search box to search specific virtual machine, and you can also choose multiple virtual machine in one backup job. If there's multiple virtual disk and you want to exclude specific disk, you can also exclude it. Second step, choose the backup destination, where to store the backup data. Third step, configure the backup strategy. We have 2 modes. You can backup as a schedule, or you can do once-off backup. And if you set as schedule, you can also do the full backup or combine the full backup with the incremental, differential, or you can do the forever incremental backup. Here, the speed controller is used to limit the max speed. And the data storage policy, you can enable the deduplication compression to largely reduce the backup data size. And also you can enable the data encryption to secure the backup data. For retention policy, we have 2 modes, short-term and long-term retention. For short-term, you can retain by number of restore points or by number of days. For long-term retention, which is based on the GFS retention policy, you can keep the first weekly or monthly or yearly full backup for much longer. And advanced strategy. Here, the bit detector. This is also Vinchin self-developed technology to further reduce the backup data size. Transmission strategy. You can choose dedicated network to transfer the backup data. After we finish those configuration, we just take an overview. If there's no problem, we submit this job. And we can start it. We can go to the job details page to see the details run log and how many VM we backup for this job. And right side is the job summary. Here is the job flow. And after this backup job finished, we can go to the backup data to see all the backup data we already created before. And after the backup finished, we can also use the backup data to do the recovery when needed. For the recovery, we have 3 types. First, the full VM restore. Just choose a restore point. And the second step, choose the restore destination. You can restore to original platform, or you can also restore to any other platform supported by Vinchin. So this means I can do the V2V migration by using the full VM restore. And after we select the target platform, it will send request to ask for the resource on the target platform. And you can also modify some configuration before we migrating to the target platform. Also, you can power on it. The third step is to configure the restore strategy, which is similar as do the backup. So this is the first type of restore, full VM restore. You can restore to original platform, or you can do the V2V migration by using the full VM restore. Second is instant restore, and this is used for some emergency situation, like you have some critical business VM. Unfortunately, they are down, then you can use this feature to resume business as soon as possible. Normally, the RTO will less than 1 minute. And so firstly, we also choose a restore point, and then choose a target host. So you can restore to original platform, or also the same, you can restore to another platform supported by Vinchin. So this means I can also to do the V2V migration by using the instant restore feature. And for the V2V migration, we got totally two ways. First is full VM restore. Second is instant restore. Also, you can modify those settings before we migrate into the target platform. And we can start this job to see how long it will take. And here you can check the details run log. Firstly, it will connect to the target server and then mount the NFS data store, and then we'll create an instant restore virtual machine. Then you can just directly run business on the instant recovery virtual machine. And the whole process, you see, only take like 30 seconds. It's a very short time. And we can also go to vCenter to check. So this virtual machine is just we created, and this is migrates from Citrix to VMware. So this is how this is the second feature, instant restore. And next, granular restore. So this is used for this kind of scenarios, like you back up the whole virtual machine just because you lost some files or folders. But when you recover it, you just need to restore specific files or folders. Then in this case, you can use the granular restore to download the specific files or folders to do the restoration. So this is the third feature, granular restore. And for VM, for virtual machine, you can also do the backup copy the backup data to a secondary storage on-site, or to copy to off-site storage. Off-site is another Vinchin server at remote site. You can copy to off-site for off-site disaster recovery demand. Also, you can archive the backup data to a secondary storage or to cloud object storage. So this is for the VM backup module. Next, the physical backup. For physical backup, we have three types: file backup, database backup, and server backup. And actually, for taking backup job is totally similar as VM backup. The difference is for physical backup, it is agent-based way. So before we do the physical backup, we need to install the agents on the target server first. You can download the agents and manually install it on the target server, or you can also deploy from the web console. And if you have multiple server need to install agents, you can also just download a template and then fill in the template and upload to the system, then Vinchin will to do the batch push installation for those target server. So after we install the agents on the target server, then we can start to do the physical backup. And for physical backup, we also support backup copy. You can copy to a secondary storage or copy to offsite storage. Next is NAS backup. For NAS backup, all you need to do first is to add NAS share path. And then you can start to do the NAS backup. For NAS backup, you can also to do backup copy. And next is backup verification. This is used for VMware platform to verify the backup data can be recoverable. And after the job finished, you will get a report to check the status of this virtual machine. And we provide 3 ways to check the status. First is pin test and heartbeat test and screenshots. You can also send the report to your email address. And next is some basic system settings. Configuration backup. You can also to backup a Vinchin system in case any disaster happen on the system. And storage protection, when you can enable it to prevent the storage from ransomware and malwares. And lastly, I would like to show you is an advanced feature, data visualization. When you open it, it will display a dynamic screen of Vinchin Backup and Recovery infrastructure. You can to monitor the real-time status of all the jobs of all the modules, and it can help you to make decision of the further backup plan. Okay, so I think that's all for this video. I hope that the presentation, also the demonstration, can be helpful for you to better understand our product. And thank you again for watching this video.